Hello, hello! In this video, we are making something like this. A bunch of beachy hills with some palm trees. Gonna leave that over here and follow along, do something like what I'm doing over here. Let's start out by outlining this edge, and then we're gonna make it look like we've got some hills that are overlapping way off in the background. Once you got this line, you can either draw a line to create a hill by continuing this one, then you'll have a little hill in the back. Or you can continue this line and have a little hill in the back. That's what I did on my other one, so I want some variety. I'm going to do it the opposite way on this one. Make that hill in the back. And we're going to make some more overlapping land down at the bottom. Put a couple of really low hills in. This is an easy way to make a body of water, is to put in a couple of real low hills and then draw a straight line right here for the water. It's got to be a straight line because water is always flat. It might have waves in it from time to time, but when we see it from a distance, it usually looks flat. This looks like some kind of crazy future car right now. All right, I'm going to put a little water, a little blue down in here. And your water can be blue, green, purple, it's up to you. Now, palm trees. You gotta have at least 2 of these palm trees so that you can show that you have used scale and position to create depth in your art. So objects that are closer are lower, like this tree. See how the base is much lower on the page than this one? That means it's closer. Objects that are farther away, their base starts up higher, but their top will actually end up a little bit lower. The closer an object is to the viewer, the bigger those objects are. So closer objects are bigger than farther objects. This tree is closer, so it's bigger than that tree. Let's get some trees, something like that, into your art. So since I can't run off the edge of my hills over here, I'm going to put my biggest tree on this side where my paper is biggest. And I'm just going to do a whoop like that. And if you want to start with pencil, you can. Okay, now I'm going to do my whoop line, whoop, and then another one, whoop. All right, this tree is a little smaller than my other example. So that means when I draw my second tree, it's got to be even smaller than this one. So that's the trunk. Put a little curved line at the bottom, and then color that trunk in. Then off the top, you're going to draw some very gentle arches, kind of like the lines you made for your hill. Put in at least 4. Once you get up to like 6 or 7, it ends up being pretty crowded, so I wouldn't do more than 6 or 7. Like 4 to 7 of these branches. Then you're going to color straight up and down, coming off of each of those branches to make the leaves. And this one is behind this one. And a way to keep them looking separate is to leave just a little bit of the background color in between them, like I did in these leaves up here. So I'm going to color straight up and down, leave a little space between this leaf and the next one. And I really want it dark right up next to the branch. And then I'll repeat that, going all around the tree. All right, then somewhere else off in the distance, we need a second tree. I'm going to make another hill for my tree. So my second tree is going to be way back here, and I'm going to make it super tiny. I'm going to start with my 2 lines for the trunk, and then make a little round on the bottom, and then arc, arc, arch, arc, arc, and do the little scribbly lines. And this beach scene is coming together. Okay, last thing, I'm just going to put a little towel out here, like someone's been sunbathing. So I made a curved line, another curved line, and then 2 straight lines. Then if I want to make an umbrella, I'll draw a short little line, put a little line down there at the base to make it look like it's sticking into the sand, and then draw a bunch of little M's connected to each other for the bottom of the umbrella. Then connect the lines from the side up to the top and draw some stripes from each of those points at the bottom. And there you got your beach landscape. Wait, no we don't. We've got to have overlap. Did we check for overlap? That's when one thing covers another. Make sure that you have overlap in your artwork. I've got a little overlap here where my tree overlaps the umbrella. And if you've got hills, this hill's overlapping that hill, and this hill's overlapping that hill. Make sure you got your overlap and that you have used scale and position to create depth in your artwork. Have fun drawing.